story of the foundation schools, I would say it's 45 years of making a difference in our students' lives.
It's one of transformation of students, of staff, of communities, and transforming lives.
The story of our school is really in the people, it's really in the kids, and it's really in those two and the dynamics that work together. And that is always changing, always evolving, always deepening. And because of that, I think that the story of the foundation schools is yet to be written.
Give me a high five.
The Foundation School is a psychoeducation program. It's a nonprofit, non-public day school for students with special needs. We service students with emotional disabilities, intellectual disabilities, developmentally delayed, and we have just begun servicing students with autism. Our kids are kids who need a lot of support. They learn differently, they cope differently.
Some of them, it's their home life. Some of them, it's their mental health issues. Some of them come from poverty. You know, those students that other schools are saying, they're just bad. We're a place that can help those students to be successful.
We started first in psychiatric hospitals and then in freestanding schools. And part of the success of the foundation schools is really the people that are here. Our staff are our change agents for these kids.
We're not just educators, we're everything to them. While they're in our classroom, we need to be a mother, father, sister, brother, friend, teacher, therapist, everything.
So after you eat breakfast, we're going to do the spelling test, and while I'm doing the spelling test, you all do dream box.
It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. But to know that you are making a difference in a child's life, it means everything. It means everything.
So I just graduated and I came and I substituted for 2 weeks. But in those 2 weeks, I knew that this is where I was supposed to be. There was a kid in the first class, the class I was subbing for, that I ended up staying and becoming permanent. And he lived with his uncle and his girlfriend. And one evening, they had an issue, and like the uncle was beating up the girlfriend and then ended up beating him up. And he still had to come to school the next day. And still affects me.
Why I got so much drink?
Because you're so cool, brother. As soon as that happened, it made me feel like, dang, I can't leave. It was like, I felt like I couldn't leave him. And I was invested in his success. And once I was invested in his success, then it trickled to, well, now I'm invested in this kid's success. And now I'm invested in this kid's success. And when you're talking about children, and you're talking about kids who society deems as throwaways, to know that anything that you do or anything that you give goes to lessen their pain, how can you not be affected by that? How can you not feel anything? It's powerful. Like, just the feeling you get is almost spiritual. And you can't help everybody, I can't. But what I can do is, when I know about it, I can try to do everything in my power to help. Because that's a kid that society's gonna have to deal with later. Either he's gonna be a clerk in a store or a mechanic. So it's not just about what we do here, it's about what we give them that they can take away from here as well.
I'm graduating a semester early at that. Who else can say that they've done that? You're the problem child out of your 5 siblings, constantly kicked out, was locked up for a month, on probation for like 2.5 years. And through it all, you graduate a semester early, you get a job. Feels good, really good.
I don't think that there's another school that can do everything that we can do in terms of where we put kids in order to have them be successful, in terms of having psychiatrists on staff, therapists on staff, teachers on staff, specialists for behavior interventions, dedicated aides. Everyone in this building, their mission is to help our kids.
Here we go. This field is immensely different than it was 45 years ago. I think that's what's so amazing to me, is how much education has changed in 45 years and how much mental health has changed in 45 years, yet we've managed to stick around. And I feel like that says something about the power of what we do and the transformative nature of what we do.
It's just 45 years of growth, 45 years of success, 45 years of just really tapping into a group and population that could be left behind otherwise. And we have a ways to go, 45 more years. And what can that be? And what can we grow into? And how many more students can we touch?
And so the story is still continuing on. We are continuing to grow. And we're continuing to grow in a manner that shows that we are the cutting edge of special education, period. And being one of the largest schools in the state and being able to accommodate as many students as we can puts us in a position to help far more students than we were able to help before. And that puts us in a great position. We're the forerunners. We are leading the way, trailblazers.